everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am going to be telling you about four important concepts. Number one, deep breathing. Number two, shallow breathing. Number three, deliberate thinking. And number four, default thinking. And I'm gonna mix this video because all of these four things are connected to each other, and I'm going to be explaining each of these fours in a mixed way. So don't get confused. I will try my best to tell you in the most easiest way so that every one of you can clearly understand the concepts. So let me first tell you what they really are. Shallow breathing is actually breathing from your chest, as most of the people breathe. Most of the people are breathing from their chest. So, actually, when someone is breathing from their chest, what they really are doing, they are unconsciously thinking. So, this thinking is known as default thinking, when someone is unconsciously thinking and someone is repeating their old familiar thoughts, because most of the thoughts that we think today are the thoughts we're gonna think tomorrow if we are not gonna change the way we breathe, because we are gonna stay unconscious and we are gonna loop the same thoughts. So when we are looping the same thoughts, we are creating the same reality and we are staying in the same identity. So same identity means same outcomes. So there's a famous saying that if you have always if you will always do what you have always done, you will always get what you have always got. So this is actually it. So when you will not change the way you think, you won't be able to change the way you see things around you, because you are looking at the outer things through lenses, through your inner assumptions. So if you won't change your inner assumptions mean your inner thinking. When you won't change your inner thinking, you will never see a difference in your outer world, because your outer world is literally an oyster. It's literally the reflection of your inner world. It is just like a mirror. So you can't change the mirror, you have to change the reflection. So in order to change the reflection, you have to change your inner assumptions and your inner thinking. So, as I already told you that when we are doing shallow breathing, we are living in survival mode and we are thinking unconsciously the same thoughts in a loop and creating the same reality in a loop. So, when we are shallow breathing, understand? When we are shallow breathing, we are in a survival mode. So, when we are in a survival mode, what happens? We spend most of our energy on survival. Survival means our brain is activated to detect threats, or to look for threats, to look for danger, and we are always predicting our future, predicting our pain. All these stuffs are going on when we are doing shallow breathing. So as I told you something about shallow breathing and default thinking. So default thinking is associated with shallow breathing. So when you will do shallow breathing, you will do default thinking, because these are two things are interconnected. So when you will do shallow breathing, you will do default thinking. So when you will do default thinking, you will think the same thoughts on a loop and create the same reality on a loop. And now, what is deep breathing? So shallow breathing was breathing from the chest, and deep breathing is breathing from the diaphragm. When we are deeply inhaling and deeply exhaling, we are actually relaxing our mind. So when we are relaxing our mind, we are activating our vagus nerve. So actually, vagus nerve is connected with being more grounded and being more connected to your inner self, because you have to be connected to your inner self for an extended period of time, because we already know that no organism in nature can live in stressful situation for extended periods of time. So we should also focus on our internal world. We also have to impress something in our internal world, because when we will impress something, it will express in the external reality. So actually, when we are doing deep breathing, we are actually focusing on the way we breathe. So when we are focusing on the way we breathe, we are doing the deliberate thinking. So we are deliberately thinking about things that we like, things that we want, things we want to embody, our dreams that we want to achieve. So when we are doing deep breathing, we are actually favoring our own selves. We are actually thinking positive thoughts, and when we are thinking positive thoughts, we are creating positive things in our lives. So this is how it works. This was the difference between shallow and deep breathing, deliberate and default thinking. I hope you understand the difference. Now, I want to clarify that if you want to achieve something in your life, you first need to win your internal battles, because there is no external battle, it is just an illusion. Your external reality is the reflection of your internal reality. So, if you want to change your internal reality, your external reality will never change. But this is not the topic for this video. So, I am going to end this video over here. I hope you understand the difference clearly. So, if you have got any questions, just ask me down below in the comments. Understand, I didn't use any different terms, so this was just to clear your concept. But in my upcoming videos, I'm going to be using terms that may feel difficult for you to understand, but I'm going to be using them deliberately so that you will get addicted, sorry, you will get accustomed with them. So thank you all for watching the video. uh, Bye. I'll see you in the next video.